So a couple months ago, um, 2.5 months ago or so, I went on this journey of hormone education, hormone balancing, hormone health, because I was starting to see my body was starting to show me that something was off, something was working. I did a lot of deep dive work in healing. I did a lot of body work. I did a lot of things to address the physical body directly to try to help alleviate some of the feelings that I was having that just weren't great, right? So I started on this journey. And so some of the things that helped me to stay successful over the last couple months to get the results and the benefits that I have in a short period of time were the following. So these are the three things that help me create the benefits, the confidence, the health, the mental, emotional, spiritual health that I have right now have been attributed to these three things. Number one was my mindset. So really focusing on the positives, the I cans, the support systems, hanging around with people who have the same mindset, same lifestyle, same beliefs as me, same values of health as me. That's really important, because I want to maintain this lifestyle, right? I want to have, not only financial freedom in my life, I want to have medical freedom in my life. I don't want to depend on any kind of medication. I truly believe that you can heal your body with food and mindset. and yeah, having a fantastic and being healthy, being able to move, having like full range of motion, flexibility, strength, all those things. So I have been doing a whole bunch of things, some new, some old, some things never change, because you're always gonna see someone who has who looks and feels great. You're gonna be like, what are you doing? You know what they're gonna tell you? They're gonna say diet and exercise. And I'm here to tell you that it's not just diet and it's not just exercise. So one of the things I created was a plan, right? So every day I set some goals, I write those out. It's not necessarily journaling, but I just write it out. I read. I read a book called Mental Toughness, 177 something or other is a mental toughness. I'll drop the link later. Um, right. I stopped watching TV. So that was really important. So that really stopped feeding my mindset any negativity. I really cut all of I don't watch the news. So I really keep my mental environment really clean. I don't let any drama come in. I don't talk drama. So the plan was to, you know, um, also follow a program. So I'm doing the hormone reset with Dr. Mindy Pelz, which is following your cycle and doing intermittent fasting and really cleaning up my diet. So I really removed like as much toxins from my environment and my body as possible, which meant, you know, organic, free range, grass fed, sorry, not free range, pasture raised, free range, and organic as much as possible. Like I would say I'm at 85%. It's not perfect. I can't be perfect. You can't be perfect because out of your control factors happen, right? You go to eat at somebody's house, or last night I had a little get together potluck. I didn't expect everybody to bring those things. So, as much as possible, I have that 80-20 rule. If you can stick to your plan 80%, and have flexibility for 20%, things that you can't control, you will have so much success if you're not rigid. You have to have some flexibility, especially women with children, families, events. And this is what I love about the Resetter program is it gives you that flexibility. Like I'm on a nurture week this week. I can pretty much eat whatever I want. I'm not fasting, as long as it falls within, the, kind of platform, like the foods that you want to eat for optimal hormone health, because you can derail a little bit, but when you really slide down that scale, it's so much harder to get up. Like last night I went to bed, later. I woke up tired this morning and whatever. Like it's not keeping me out, but I can feel it. And so you want to, as much as possible, give yourself that buffer, right? So always have a plan. Even when you're going to a party, have a plan. Are you drinking? Are you not drinking? I'm going to say yes to one drink, or I'm going to say no to no drinks, and really stick to it. You have to stick to the plan so that you will have the results. So plan for some wiggle room, plan for some flexibility, plan for some spontaneity. That has been such a huge relief, because so many diets and exercises plans are so rigid, where there's not any wiggle room. And then they say, yeah, don't be rigid. That's a mindset thing. So because we're so fixated on an outcome instead of the journey, when we do falter, we beat ourselves up. So to avoid beating yourself up, have a plan. Have a plan to fail even, so that you know how you're going to be able to pick yourself back up and continue on this journey like I am today. Big whoop, no big deal. I had so much fun last night. I had mulled wine, which I never really had before. So it was delicious, because I want to have fun and experience life and not be like, no, I can't have that because of that. Blah, blah, blah. I lived my life way too long like that. I denied myself so much pleasure that now it's all about pleasure, and you can still have a plan and still have a healthy lifestyle, and have fun and have pleasure in all the ways that are important to you. What else? So the first thing was mindset. That's helping me stay consistent. My plan is keeping me consistent, and also those daily habits that I talked about, right? So these are things I do every single morning without fail, because that's part of the habit building. You have to have consistency in things to get results. You can't just do it once and think, oh, everything's going to be great. No, you have to do it daily. So having habits, daily habits, creates consistency. So I do emotional freedom technique every morning. It helps calm my nervous system. It keeps me balanced throughout the day, because at any time I feel stressed, I just tap. But I'm also taking a fantastic new nutrient dense mineral supplement called Shilajit, which I find to be fascinating. So it's a micronutrient. So no more focusing on macros, although they're important. If you get your essential nutrients and minerals and vitamins, the macros are going to fall into place and your body will be better for it. So I take minerals every day. I read every day from that book. Any book, just read. What are you feeding your mind, right? That's the mindset piece. You have to feed this. It's a machine, but you got to feed it the positive things that's going to make you feel good or continue on your journey. And I found knowing this book helped me recognize what my true values were. And one of my deepest, truest value is optimal health. Optimal health. Like, I will climb mountains. I will go and harvest my own freaking shit if I have to. Like, optimal health is a deep core value for me. So I will do anything and everything. It's easy and effortless for me because it's what I truly value. So knowing what you value is really important. So read. Knowledge is key. Knowledge is power. The more you read, the more knowledge, the more you learn, the better you can do, and the more successful you're going to be in whatever it is that you want to be successful in. I stopped watching TV. So I don't know how long it's been, a couple weeks. I watched maybe 2 movies in the last few weeks, that after I did all the things that I wanted to do, right? So after I read, after I exercised, after I did whatever, then I allowed myself to relax and just watch a movie and be with my husband and watch a movie with my daughter. So, but also again, what was I watching? What was I, engaged in? So remember that the things that you watch also programs your unconscious mind. Like, we take that stuff in personally. Like, you watch a movie, a commercial, you cry, right? It's because your body is absorbing that energy, that content. So make sure the stuff that you're watching is feeding you in a loving, joyful, peaceful, painless way. I stick to my plan. So the tapping. So it's not a whole lot of stuff, right? So I write down my goals. I set goals. I write those down every morning. I tap. I make sure I take my minerals. And I read. 4 things that I do consistently every single day. And exercise. I don't exercise every single day, maybe every other day, but I move my body. So if I'm stretching or if I'm walking or something, I try to make sure I get movement every single day. And you can do steps, you can do whatever, right? But movement is important. It also just keeps things flowing. It keeps energy flowing in your body, because when we have pented up energy, that just means we're not moving enough. Our body, it's like, those horns when, back in the day, those army horns, when you cranked it and it made lots of sound. Well, the harder you cranked it, the bigger the sound. That's how we work. The more you move your body, the more energy we have, the more vibrancy we have, the more expansion we have, the more capability we have, the more whole space we have, right? Because our energy takes up space. So move your body as much as possible every day, but try to get really every other day a good 45-minute, 1 hour workout exercise. And it can range from walking, I don't care what it is, walking or yin yoga, even just stretching, like holding a stretch for 5 minutes is so delicious. So from yin yoga, which is, I think, the most actively inactive a person could get. So from yin yoga all the way to like the most highest intensity exercise that you could do, following the mindset or reset. So if you're over 40, follow your cycle with these exercises. It's so amazing how exercising in tune with my cycle, like this is my nurture phase. So I'm just doing yoga, or I could do Pilates or walking. I still do hot flow yoga, which is a little bit intense, but it's not like heavy weightlifting or high intensity interval training. Those you do on weeks 1, 2, and 3 of your cycle. So it's so cool. So listen to your body. If you're over 40, the menopause reset, it's not about de-stressing. I feel like, women, we carry a lot, carry a whole ton. Everything rests on our shoulder. Like we are the matriarchs of our family. We're the nurturers of our family. Even some of us are the breadwinners of our family. We have so much stress. And it's hard to, when you hear de-stress and take away stress, you can't. But you can focus on calm. So when you can start to incorporate things into your life that bring calm, this is why tapping is so important for me. It calms the nervous system. I still got to go and do all the things that I got to do in a day, but it gives me the space, it gives me the mindset, it gives me the adaptability to be able to handle anything that comes my way, still be able to handle it without falling apart, without having a mental breakdown, without freaking out on my kids, without, getting angry or feeling resentful. So get calm as much as possible. That's one of my daily things. That is the biggest gift I've been giving to myself, honestly, is calm, tapping. Do anything, even if it's lighting a candle. Someone had mentioned something that, they just started lighting candles again. Anything that makes you feel that inner peace. Could be sitting in a dark room, just light a candle. If that brings you calm, do that. Anything, whatever. What brings you calm? That could be something that you focus on. So those are the 3 things that really help me stay consistent, working on my mindset, following a plan, any plan, and having daily habits. That keeps me consistent. I hope that helps. I'll see you in the next training.